In today's Commander class, we'll be talking about Horsemanship, which is a mechanic so rare your opponents actually might think you're just making it up. And don't worry, it's not a cowboy tribal at all. Now though, I wish I might see what I can do with a tribal horseman deck. That sounds fun. Hey everyone and welcome to Commander Class episode 133. In today's class we're going to be going over Horsemanship, which is one of the weirdest but most powerful keywords in Magic the Gathering. In this video I'll be going over what it does, giving a layman's terms version of it, showing a few commanders and a few cards that all have Horsemanship. So if you want to put any of these in your deck, you now know what to do and what cards to aim for. So let's break it down, talk about what it does, and to see if there's an actual place for this mechanic at your table, or just start galloping right into meme territory. But a quick pit stop before we saddle up. If you like the Commander classes I make and like what I do, please support by going to my shop where I sell t-shirts and hoodies that are super soft and colourful with fun designs that I've made myself. If you would like to grab something cool and also like to support the channel, please, there will be a link down below. Get yourself something nice and then help make this channel grow even better. If not, you can also please watch a load of my videos, just play them in the background. That's all you gotta do. But now let's go back onto the video itself, starting off with, what is Horsemanship? Horsemanship parallels flying. And a creature with Horsemanship can only be blocked by other creatures with Horsemanship. However, no Allegors to Reach exists that allows creatures without Horsemanship to block creatures with this ability. Horsemanship is unique to the Portal 3 Kingdom set, so very few cards make use of this keyword. So in layman's terms, what does this mean? Pretty much, your creatures that have Horsemanship become unblockable. There is no other cards other than other creatures that have Horsemanship can block. So with flying creatures can be blocked by Reach or other creatures with flying. Horsemanship can only be blocked by other creatures with Horsemanship. But unlike flying is in every single set. Flying is used all the time. There is very rare few decks that don't have at least one creature with flying. However, Horsemanship, there is like a handful of cards compared to Magic the Gathering cards in general. So actually playing one and attacking pretty much means your card is unblockable. The chances of an opponent having another card with Horsemanship is ridiculous. I've actually seen in my entire time of playing Magic the Gathering, one person use a card with Horsemanship, and the sole reason they used it was because they knew no one would have a card with Horsemanship in it and had a deck about whenever they do combat damage they gotta draw a card. Again, unblockable Horsemanship was great for that deck. And the great thing about this is that there is a lot of commanders that also have Horsemanship. To be honest, when it comes to this, I think sneaking it into your 99 is better, but if you do want to make a commander deck around Horsemanship, rather one, pick a WUBRG commander and put as much Horsemanship in it, which is a thing I kind of want to do now, or pick one of these commanders. Commanders just like Lu Bel Lord of Shu, Lu Bu Master of Arms, Lu Jin Scholar General, Mei Chao Western Warrior, Yunishao the Indecisive, Zhang He Wei General, Zhe Xingong Tiger General, Koren Wei Commander, Lady Zhurong Warrior Queen. I apologize with my terrible variations of trying to read those names. That's why I'm having the image on with them as well. They are very difficult names for me to read, but there is also 3 cards that are in the rare mythic category that you could also put in your deck, but not as your commander. Cards just like Herald of Hoofbeats, Yellow Scarves General, Barbarian General. This, to be honest, I would love to make a deck around. Just have a WUBRG commander, probably the WUBRG commander that lets you have additional combat every time you play for you tap WUBRG and stuff like that, and then just have all of the cards that have Horsemanship in this deck. Or the new WUBRG Spaceship Commander that lets you do combat damage. I'll draw a card for each multicolored card in your thing, but screw that. Just a spaceship filled with Horsemanship sounds hilarious to me, but to be honest, I also want to make the Doctor Who reference of dinosaurs on a spaceship with that same commander. So if you're interested, I might do a deck tech on both. Let me know if you would like to see that in the comments down below. But when it comes to horsemanship as a whole, I think it is 1, a hilarious and overpowered card. 2, no one ever uses it, so again, feel free to use it. I do think if you do put it in, warn your player base unless you don't like them and want them to go away, because I think having a creature that is unblockable 90% of the time and not telling them is going to annoy a lot of players. I do think it is very powerful, and I do think they slowly they made probably 2 or 3 cards in the last 10 years that have them in, but I do think it's good ever so often sprinkling it in. But they are my thoughts and opinions of this keyword. I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. While you're there, remember to like and subscribe and do all that YouTube stuff we always ask and annoy you for. And as always, I have last week's commander class here, a playlist of all the commander classes I make here, and a subscribe button here, and I shall see you all in the next video.